And we are live. This is Friday, February 14th. For some of you, it's February 15th, but this is Valentine's Day for many people watching this. So, one of the themes of today's live is, can money buy love? What do you guys think? Can money buy love? Comment in this live chat or below this video if this is no longer live. But if you're lucky enough to be here right now, let me know. We're going to be pulling up some of these comments. And also, we're going to be taking your questions live and covering some lottery news stories. There's also yet another person that has dreamt about winning the lottery, and then it's happened in real life. In fact, I just interviewed this person, and this interview is going to be released next week. So watch for that. But I can see this chat is blowing up. We're going to be jumping into this chat in just a moment. Some of these lottery news stories. Tim, I'm feeling extra good today. As always, good luck to everyone playing. I love your energy, Chase. Chase Collins, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, Tim. Happy Friday. Maria, happy Valentine's Day to you. Did you guys know that I think it was 2022, if I'm not mistaken, Edwin Castro, on Valentine's Day in the state of California, there was a press conference that was held. He wasn't physically there, but they announced that he won the massive $2.04 billion lottery prize in California on Valentine's Day. I think it was 2022, if I'm not mistaken, but right around there on Valentine's Day. What a day. So that day, this day, probably has extra significance to him, I would imagine. But money can buy happiness, says D. Miller. That is one of the themes of today's live. So let me know if you're watching this. If you're here right now, comment. Does money buy happiness? But more importantly than that, can money buy love? That is the theme, because this is Valentine's Day. Can money buy love? What do you guys think? And I'm going to be sharing some of my own experiences when I won the lottery back in the day. And it really changed a lot of things for me, including my love life. And I'm going to be talking about that. I'm lucky enough to be here. Yay. I'll enjoy. Welcome. Happy Valentine's Day, Kevin Jones. Are there any other lottery lawyers you can interview? Love Kurt too. Archangel Daniel. Well, technically, yes, because there are all kinds of lawyers out there that have represented lottery winners. Like, there's tons of them. In fact, I'm connected to some of them. So the answer is yes. So perhaps we can get some more of them on here to discuss what it's like representing lottery winners, because I know a lot of people are interested in that, the behind the scenes of that. Happy Valentine's Day to all from Virgin Islands. Cindy Joseph. Thank you, Cindy. I feel Rio El Mystic is feeling good today. I just got in and last second skip playing a ticket. I'm going to play one right now. Shannon Hall is in it to win it. Thank you for your comment. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Jeffrey Brown. Good morning from Chicago, the Windy City. Michael. Hello, Tim. How are you feeling? God is great. Thank you, God, for everything. God bless us all, Ronald. God bless you, Ronald. Thanks for your comment. Let's see here. There's a heart from another Ronald. Oh, is that the same Ronald? That is the same Ronald. Well, hello from Georgia. I'm speaking a huge jackpot win, 2025. All right. I will win the Mega Millions lottery tonight and also the Powerball lottery. Jeffrey Brown, amazing. So let's take a look at this, because we're going to jump into some lottery news stories in a second. But let me know, can money buy love? What do you guys think? Can money buy love? Think about this, because this could happen to you theoretically, or perhaps it already has. But theoretically, your life can be turned on its head in an instant. Perhaps you have an unexpected or expected inheritance, or you win a vast amount of money, such as what happens to a lot of lottery winners. So if this happens to you and you happen to be single, like, how is this going to change the social dynamics of your love life? Is this going to change it? For me, it changed quite a bit when I won back in the day, because prior to winning, Stella Ray says, no way. It's not going to change anything for Stella Ray. Money cannot buy love, says Nate 101 Civilization. Thank you so much for your comments. Let me know because we're going to try to pull these up. Your comments here. Money can't buy real love and happiness, Ronald Christian. So for me, when I won back in the day, I had a pretty good dating life before I won. Even as a gas station clerk working a little over minimum wage as an assistant manager, 40 to 60 hours a week, trying to put myself through college, like even in that monetary status of my life, I had a pretty good dating life. I can't complain. But after I won the lottery, the Powerball, after I won that, I mean, I sort of retreated. I felt like an outlier. I couldn't trust. I don't like the word couldn't. I felt as if I couldn't trust people. All of a sudden, I thought people wanted me for the wrong reasons, and it's just really hard to get my head around that. And so I had to do a lot of introspective thinking about my own mindset of how to deal with that because most of my peers, my friends, the people that wanted to date me, there's no shortage of that. But all of a sudden, all these people I didn't know came into my life and wanted to date me. And it was like, do you really want me for me or do you want me because I won the lottery? And so there's a lot of that happening. And for me, I just had to, once I realized that that was what I was feeling, eventually I learned that that was all in here in my head. And yes, there were some people that wanted me for the wrong reasons, but there are also people that wanted me for the right reasons. And it was up to me to be able to give people a chance. So, I had to have self awareness, self love, faith, and that sort of thing. And also realize that these problems, and April, happy Valentine's Day to you, and realize that even if life throws, I mean, winning the lottery is an awesome curveball to be thrown, but even if you have unintended consequences and there are things like that are potentially negative, like that, I couldn't trust anybody. I realized that that was in my head. And so it was, am I the victim? Am I a victim here or am I the creator of my reality? And eventually I just had to have faith in myself and just sort of put myself out there and give people a chance. And it wasn't immediate. It took a while for me to relearn how to do that. Happy Valentine's Day. Still manifesting a lottery win for treatment for a friend. Needs 60,000 to see Larissa walk again. Prayers to Larissa, guys. All right. Well, prayers to Larissa. All right. Positive energy from Positive Pam 649. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's send some positive energy to that person. It sounds like they definitely can use some. So thank you for your comment. Marnie Knight Duncan. I think if money can ease the stress and burden of bills and such, allowing you to be completely yourself, then yes, money can buy happiness and love from that standpoint. Well, Marnie, thank you for your thoughtful comment. I really appreciate that. Money can buy happiness, says Ophelia. Ophelia, thank you very much. Money doesn't buy happiness as it's an emotion already within us. Money buys the things that makes us happy. Shannon Hall, thank you for your comment. The love will be fake and the so-called happiness won't last. Ronald, thank you for your comment. Money can buy anything you want, including love. Ophelia, wow, Ophelia, I didn't know. Well, hey, I respect your opinion. Let me say that. Just from my experience, I mean, the Beatles, some of you know the Beatles, this super famous rock band. A lot of us know the Beatles from, I think it was the 60s, but they had this really popular song, Money Can't Buy Me Love, or that was a lyric at least within it. And I sort of resonate with that because I feel like money can do a lot of really incredible things and you can do a lot of positive things. Hello in Serbia, but it's not necessarily the end all or the cure all. Like it magnifies your personality of who you already are inside because it comes from inside, but it can help you create things for sure. Awesome TV. I'm preyed on it. Lottery jackpot is mine. Can't wait. Awesome TV. That is awesome. Happy Valentine's Day, Tim, and everyone in the live. Sorrel Fraser, happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you so much for being a member, huge supporter. And she, of course, is a lottery winner herself with the postcode lottery. We interviewed her once before, and she is amazing and a huge supporter. Sorrel, thank you so much for being here today. I do not believe money can buy love. T winning at all. So we really have a diverse array of opinions in this chat today. I've heard from some of you who believe that money can indeed buy love, and many of you believe that it cannot. What do you think? Let me know. Comment in this live chat or below this video. Absolutely, money is beautiful. DD Poppy. Move away, start new. That's what Rob Holyoke is going to do if he wins. And let's pull up Rob Holyoke. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you today. I want to pull up a couple of lottery news stories and ask what you guys think of this, because there's some things going on here. Let's take a look. First of all, this Michigan man, let's see if we can pull this up. Is this big enough for people? That's a little small. Get that a little bit bigger. Michigan man says he's going to Europe after winning 1 million lottery prize. So there it is, a Mega Millions ticket. This was just released. When was this? Very recently, but won 1 million on Mega Millions and says he is going to Europe. So that's awesome. Good for him. I know some of you are in Europe watching this, but what would you do? What will you do if and when you win the lottery? Comments in this live chat or below this video. And let's take a look at a couple other stories making headlines as we speak. One is a teenager that just won, and I'm super excited about that. Before I get to that, this is a BBC article here, but it's not just with the BBC. Lottery winners invest in women's football club. So check these guys out. They won 115 million pounds on the lottery and have invested into a football club with the aim of reaching the Women's Super League. So football, and for people in America, in the USA, I believe they're meaning soccer, what we call soccer, but it's football. And they just invested quite a bit, I assume, into that. They invest into women's football. So, hey, that's awesome. More power to them. But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that story? And let me know in this live chat. And what will you do if you win a massive prize like that? 150. Say you come across over 100 million. Like, I mean, it could happen theoretically. So if that happens, would you do anything? Would you invest into something like that? Would you get into philanthropy? Would you do something like a cause that you really believe in? What do you think about that? Oh, we got to that already. Let's pull this up. There's a teenager. This story is pretty cool. Let's check this out. And this guy's from Canada. Let's see if we can pull this up. Canadian teen to pay off sister's student loans with major lottery prize. Check him out right there. He's pointing down at the check. There he is right there. Martin. I don't know if it's Martin or Martin, but there you can see he has a check for 1,400,000, and I believe that's tax-free in Canada. And some of what he said about it, he said he's just been playing the lottery for 3 months. He's 19 years old, from Ontario. Only playing for 3 months. He just scored $1,430,000. He said, I went to the store to have my ticket validated. When I saw the prize amount, I immediately started running around the store with pure joy. I screamed, I won, I won. And he said it was the happiest moment ever. His face was red. He was shaking. It was electrifying, like 1,000 shocks coursing through his body. What do you guys think about that? I love seeing people win at all ages, especially as a teenager playing for 3 months, something like that. That's awesome. What do you guys think about that? I'm single and no kids. Perfect time to win. Chase. It is, because it's Valentine's Day. Absolutely. I wish you good luck. Money can't buy happiness, but wait a second. I just got taken over by the lottery balls. But it sure can buy opportunities that would lead to it. It all depends on who has hands on it. I can't wait to use my win for my friend to walk again. Well, thank you so much for your comments. And I definitely wish you good luck. That's such a good cause. Money can't buy one's soul, which I believe a person falls for your heart and soul, not money. That's just a person who wants to use you. Awesome TV. Thank you for your comment. Luckily, I already have the love of my life, so I wouldn't have to worry about that issue. Christy. Well, Christy, thank you for being a member of this channel, first of all. And thank you so much for your thoughtful comment. And so it sounds like that's not an issue for you. But another thing, it's just if you win a major prize, even if you're already like with somebody, dating, or you're married, or anything in between, I think it can change dynamics potentially. Not necessarily in a negative way, though, but sometimes it is. But it can be very positive. I think it depends on the people that win. Money just buys people to like you so they can try to get the material things they love, says Ronald Christian. Ronald, thank you for your comment. Intriguing that I woke up to this live. D27A, I'm glad that you did. Welcome. And it can't buy true love or replace the loved ones, but in most cases it can buy happiness. Kitty girl. Okay. You would have to attract like-minded hearts and friends because they also are abundant, mostly in spiritual matters. Tammy Lee Gallagher, it's nice to see you today. Thank you for your comment. Got my tickets in for the 64 million Euro Millions jackpot tonight. Fingers crossed. It's a Valentine's Day to remember. WM. That would be awesome to win on Valentine's Day, to be like for people that are celebrating this. I mean, it's of significance, any holiday, but today is Valentine's Day. And speaking of, let's take a look at the jackpots before I dive back into this live chat that are happening today, because people watching from all over the world, the Mega Millions itself, which is happening today. Let's get this a little larger so we can actually see what's happening here. The Mega Millions itself is 129 million annuitized jackpot with a lump sum half right away option of $58.6 million before taxes. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Now let's take a look what else is happening for jackpots tonight. Because people are watching this from all over the world. I know some of you are playing this Euro Millions, and tonight's estimated jackpot for Euro Millions, 77 million euros. So that's pretty awesome. And in a lot of places, that's tax-free. So you got to love that. I mean, that's quite different than the USA, where they tax lottery winnings pretty heavily. Up in Canada today, that's tomorrow, 14 million. Today is 25 million for Lotto Max in Canada, and that is tax-free. So, and if you win that, you have to come on to this. You have to come on to this show. We definitely want to hear from you. So let's dive back into this live chat here. Happy Valentine's Day, Mr. Timothy, and all my friends around the world. Wish you all the best for this day. With much more love and health, money can't buy love. Love comes from a true heart. Jose, thank you for your comment. I mean, what do you guys think about the notion that love comes from within? Because that's kind of what you're saying. And I believe happiness comes from within as well. It's not external. So, like for me, when I had this paranoia of dating people for wanting me for the wrong reasons, like when that happened, and it was very real for me, I just really couldn't give anybody a chance for the longest time. And how I got over that is I realized that that was within me. It wasn't something external that was causing that. I wasn't a victim of anything. This can be applied to anything in life. It was within me. So I felt if I changed my perspective and my mindset and actually we're able to give people a chance, but also not be stupid about it or anything, like because there are people that legitimately did want to just use me for the wrong reasons, but just try to give myself a chance and put myself out there a little bit. Hi, Timothy. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm here in Los Angeles. Cindy. Well, hello. I'm so glad that you've joined from LA. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Tim. Please send good luck and vibes for Saturday draw at Bellotto in Colombia. Georgina. I might be mispronouncing the name of that game, but Georgina, I definitely wish you good luck. Thank you for joining here from Colombia. I've not interviewed anyone from Colombia yet. Perhaps you could be the first person. Perhaps you can be. And watch for the interview next week, guys, with another person that has dreamt about winning the lottery before it happened. And this person actually believes that they manifested the win. They won a Fantasy 5 jackpot. Watch for that coming next week. Money can buy happiness, but can't buy love. Cardell Murray, thank you for your comment. Money changed Castro dating pool. Now he has access to date high value people. Jeffrey Brown. And we were just talking about Edwin Castro, who I think is what you're referring to. I don't know I can't really comment on that, his dating life, other than, I just can't because I'm not him and I haven't interviewed him yet. But I can say that it definitely changes potentially the dynamics. And for me, it was really difficult to trust people. So I imagine if you were to win a jackpot that's so substantial, that's like a 2 billion prize, then it could potentially, you just have to be thoughtful, I guess. For me, I had a lot going on up here that changed with that. Heard it said once, money can't buy you love, but can buy you a car so you can go out and look for it. Tammy Lee Gallagher, thank you for your comment. Yeah, money can buy you a car. That's for sure. Money change okay, we got to that. And one thing about Edwin Castro, because I cannot comment at all about his dating life because I have no idea what his dating life is like. Hopefully it's awesome. But I can say that he claimed the prize on Valentine's Day, I think in 2022. So that is awesome too. In the state of California, money can buy happiness, but can't buy love. I guess there isn't exactly a yes or no answer. It's a tool. Everyone deserves to win the lottery. Sending love to you all. Stella Ray. Thanks for your positive energy, Stella. Okay, so we got to try to get caught up in this chat. We're quite a bit behind. I will be happy when I win the Euro Millions jackpot tonight for 64 million pounds. Michael, thank you for your comments. I wish you good luck. Wow, live in my feed. Simone, welcome. I'm in Australia, so Valentine's Day was yesterday for us. It was also my son Patrick's 13th birthday. Wow, so your son's birthday was on Valentine's Day. That is pretty awesome. That is a very fitting birthday, and thank you for joining from Australia. Did you watch the interview that came out a couple weeks ago with Gary, who won $1 million lottery prize from Australia? He is in Australia. Did you guys watch that interview? If so, what did you think about that? Okay, so Simone, when she wins, she's saying she's going to call the lawyer from your other video and invest it so it generates its own cash flow. So you're going to invest it. You're going to invest the winnings to generate more cash flow. That sounds like a really wise idea to me, Simone. Thank you for your comment. No money frees you up to have choices, but it can't buy you love. Alpha Dog, thank you for your comment, Alpha Dog. When I win, I'm going to buy my dad a boat. Angel 888. I would love to visit Japan. Kay. All right. Well, thank you so much. And speaking of Australians, Gary Stinton, who I think is in Australia, says, "Hey, mate, Gary, thank you for being here. Love this live full of great energy." Rio, thank you so much for being here. If you use money to do good in the world, to help the less fortunate and help elevate people's lives, then you can buy self-love and gratification by the good deeds. Ronald, thank you for your thoughtful comment. Yeah, I mean, it all comes from within, I think, and self-love is very important. And of course, you absolutely don't need to win the lottery to have self-love. It's very important to have self-love, though. Money can't buy love. It can buy people who want money. Okay, well, thank you for your comment. I mean, one thing about if you win a major prize, and I can't speak for anybody else necessarily, but I do know from my own experience, at least, that yes, there are people that want money. There's no shortage of people that want money. So I think when you win the lottery, it's not necessarily, especially if you do it publicly, you're not necessarily viewed as, it's not the same as if you earned it from an inheritance or something by some people. Some people don't view it that way. Some people view it as this person just got lucky. They just got all this money. So why don't they help me out? And, or I want to be connected to that person because they have all this money. And so there is that sense out there. And that's pretty interesting, especially relevant, I think, to people that win the lottery. We create our own realities. So if you feel like money can buy love, then that's your reality. Christy and Art, thank you so much for your comment. I love that. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I mean, our perception, the way we think about things, the way we feel about things really, really does matter. As many of you know, Henry Ford, this famous quote said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Think about that for a second. If you use money to do good in the world, to help the less fortunate and help elevate people's lives, then you can buy self-love and gratification. We got to that. Thank you so much. I totally believe money buys happiness. I mean, for God's sake, just being able to buy stuff without worrying and checking your bank account, owning your home, and not owing anything to anybody. Well, thank you for your comment. Thank you so much. You're not alone. A lot of people do feel that is the case. It's an interesting topic that we cover a lot of times on this channel. Can money buy happiness? So thank you so much for your perspective. Well, with well over 100 million, then yes, travel, create fashion, women's shoes line, and buy an apartment building with some friends to move into. Simone, thank you for your comment. Simone, I love that plan. I'm single with no kids. Sweet tea. Sweet tea. Are you playing the lottery today, Sweet tea, on Valentine's Day? That's my question. I had a dream I won 786 million. Then a short time later, Spirit kept saying to me 100 acres. I was intimidated. Then the next day on Insta Live, a man said he had 500 acres and how he managed it. Ebony. Well, that's interesting, Ebony. Thanks for your comment about that, because it is interesting how you're thinking about something, you're focusing on something, and then it just pops up into your life all of a sudden. And are you guys familiar with the reticular activating system, this part of our brain that filters out everything? Some of you are, but it's this part of our brain that you can look this up. It's called the reticular activating system, and it filters out like 99.9% of everything like you don't perceive. Doesn't mean it's not there. You just don't perceive it because it filters it out. So if you're focusing on something, if you're focusing on something, then just try it. Try focusing on something. Say, I want to see, in this case, let's say hearts, because it's Valentine's Day. I want to see a heart, and expect to see it. Feel that you're going to see it. Give yourself, I don't know, 48 hours or something, or a different time zone, and see what happens, because I've done this experiment and it's pretty astonishing. And it's really I mean, it's science, really. It's just how of our brain works. And also, it ties into manifestation for people that are into that. I'd also love to give some friends. I've promised I would give them just get them into a hobby. Gary Stenton, thank you for your comments. Love is temporarily, I think you're saying temporary, but money will take you far in life if used wisely. Ophelia, thank you for your comment. All right, let's try to get caught up. I'm still way behind in this chat room today. It will be a dream come true. Lotto America gets overlooked in the US. It seems slightly better odds of winning and smaller and a smaller jackpot. Cygnus. All right. I've not interviewed anyone that's won Lotto America yet, but I know it's going to happen. Rob Holyoke. 7.5 million pounds tomorrow, Saturday, Lotto UK. Rob, I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comment. Happy Valentine's Day. Mega jackpot is mine. 129 million. Juanita, that is all right, Juanita. If you hit that, you have to come on to this show. We want to hear from you. Aaron Taylor. And if you want to come in you want to appear on this show in a costume, or you know what? I was just talking to my editor this morning, and we can even build an avatar for you. Like, it doesn't even have to look like you. It's yet another way to stay anonymous in addition to blurring your body and that sort of thing. Or maybe you want to come on here publicly. That's fine too. But if you want to be anonymous, we can even create an avatar and have this avatar talking, and it would be pretty entertaining, I think. I think it can buy what we call love, but not unconditional love. Also, do you have plans to interview David and Erica Herrig, lottery winners? Aaron Taylor. I do not have plans to interview them right now, but I certainly would love to. So I'm going to write that down right now. David and Erica Herrig. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you so much for the guest suggestion. And it's interesting how often guest suggestions result in people actually appearing on this show, which is amazing. So I greatly appreciate all of your suggestions. If you have one, comment in this chat or below this video. Hi, Tim. I love your channel. How many lottery winners do the meditation for winning the big prize? Sweden. BMP, thank you for being here from Sweden. How many lottery winners do a meditation, like intentionally try to manifest a lottery win? Quite a few that I meet and interview on this channel. Quite a few, I would say. But in the big picture, that doesn't happen to a lot of people, that they don't necessarily, I mean, it does. It's all subjective, but quite a few people that I interview on this show believe that they have manifested their wins, or they had a dream about it before it happened, or they followed a hunch, or they believed in their intuition, or they believe it was divine intervention, these types of things. Not everybody that I interview necessarily has a story like that, but quite a few of them do. Look at this. There's a very generous $2 super sticker, Miss BO89 B0891, I think is what it is, or Miss Bo 891, who is already a member of this channel and just donated a very generous $2 super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to you. I wish you good luck. Thank you so much for your support, and happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Good luck, everyone. And here's another one. Look at this. Christy Enard, Internal Awake, who is also a member of this channel with an extremely generous $199. Super amazing. Super amazing. That is so, Christy, that is so generous of you. So kind of you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Thank you, Christy. I really appreciate your support. Truly. And Fatara Jana with a 444, the lucky fours. Super amazing. Fatara. I might be mispronouncing that, but blessings to you. I see you. I appreciate you. And that really means a lot. So I wish you good luck if you're playing the lottery. Regardless, I wish you happiness and health. Thank you so much. Chicago, share, support, subscribe. Lonnie, yes, Lonnie, thank you so much for being here from the Windy City, Chicago. Gary won 1 million all those years ago. Better purchasing power then. Yeah, Rob Holyoke. I think it was 2017. I might be mistaken on the year, but right around then, Gary from Australia that I just interviewed won 1 million, and I believe it was tax free in Australia from the lottery, and we got to ask him about that. And yeah, I mean, with inflation and everything, the value of that was probably a little higher then, but that doesn't mean, I mean, you can always invest it and grow it to keep up with inflation. So there's always that too. I did watch Gary's interview and it was one of my favorites. He was such a cool guy and I'm glad he won. I'm glad that you enjoyed that interview with Gary. Thank you for your comment. Your Aussie guest who won was so positive. What a great video, John Adams. Thanks, John, for your comment. So you guys, you have to check out that interview with Gary that came out just like a couple weeks ago, maybe a little less than a couple weeks, who won the lottery. He actually read The Secret shortly before winning. Did you guys hear about that? My birthday is in a few weeks on Saturday, so a birthday Powerball win would be nice. Karen Kelly, that's the perfect day for a birthday. Karen Kelly, thank you for being a important member of this channel. And I wish you good luck and happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Timothy, I had a dream about your show last night. You were talking about how one of 2 jackpots of a certain scratch card hadn't been won yet. I bought one Wednesday online, expecting it tomorrow. Wow. Googly Bear. So I am in your subconscious mind, Googly Bear. I don't know. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for your comment. Thanks for sharing that. I love hearing dream stories. And what's even better is when they turn out to be real, like as in you see it happening in real life, because that happens all the time too. And I find those stories super interesting. When I win, I'm going to go back to Croatia for a trip. Denny, thanks for your comment, Denny. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure to love yourself just as much as you express it to others. I mean, that seems very wise. Thank you for your comment. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Alpha Dog, thank you. D. Miller, there's so much love happening here. D. Miller, thank you so much. We often find objects on the real world to fight inner problems. We try relationships to fight loneliness, money for happiness, but all of that comes from within us, and in fact is already in us. Pedro, thanks for your thoughtful comment. I mean, I resonate with that because I do feel that money comes from not money. Well, money is energy too, but I mean, our happiness comes from within. So our happiness comes from within. You can be a victim or you can be a creator. It depends. Is the glass half full? Is the glass half empty? Is the outside external world dictating your reality, or are you dictating it with how you think about it and the action steps that you're taking? That's the question, I guess. Rio L. Mystic. Money can buy happiness and self-love because that deals with yourself, what you can control. Love relationships, it can't buy. That's an intimate connection connection you form with another soul. Rio, thank you for your thoughtful comment. Good luck, John Adams. All right. And here, oh my gosh, look at this. With a 999 super, this has so much significance because that is the year that I won the Powerball 1999. So when I see these supers, like the 3 nines, that is so symbolic and so meaningful. Thank you very much, Christy and Nard, who is also a member of this channel. Blessings to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who says, manifesting my win for years now. My daughter told me to stop playing until February this year. My win is in the next couple of days. Christy. Wow, Christy. So you're listening to your daughter and you're not going to play until February. And I find stories really interesting because we see in the media stories, and I've actually interviewed some people that have had similar experiences where someone tells them something like that, and then they play and then they win. And so when that happens, it definitely usually makes headlines if it's public. But if that happens to you, you have to come on to this show. But I wish you good luck. Play responsibly, though, of course. But I have a feeling that you are doing that. Also, but thank you so much for the generous super, too. Also, dreamt Mega Millions jackpot winner Mike Wierski's name and Powerball jackpot winner Manuel Franco's name, all separate dreams. D27A. Wow. Well, I don't know if I'm familiar with Mike's, but I am familiar with Manuel Franco's, and I will look up Mike's story as well. So thank you for sharing your dream. I appreciate that. There were two comments above the last one about friends, Tim. Gary Stinton. Well, I'll try to find that, Gary. With these lives, there's so many more comments that I don't see than I do. I try to get to all of them that I can, and I get to quite a few of them, but there are inevitably plenty that are missed because I can't read every single comment, unfortunately. I do know I definitely get to all the supers, and I try to get to every single one that I can, but I'll look for that comment about the friends. Tim, do you see the news about corruption in Texas lottery? Check it out. Jeffrey Brown. Jeffrey, thanks for your question. I'm not familiar with the corruption allegations of the Texas lottery. I'm not familiar with that. So I'll look into that. So I guess the answer to that is no, I have not seen that, but I will definitely look into it. Thank you so much for putting that on my radar. Thank you. I do know that I think it was last year, there was a really interesting story out of Texas where there's some people from Europe that they used an app and purchased, it was like a courier service, I believe. But anyway, they figured out a way where they purchased nearly every combination for the Texas Lotto, and then they won it. So that made headlines. That's great to keep anonymity. I will definitely come on. Higher spiritual frequencies. Well, you are welcome. You are welcome. We want to hear from you. We can keep you anonymous if you wish. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Go get those winners. Yes, you can do it. Looking forward to meeting you, Mr. Schultz. Fred, I love it. Thanks, Fred, for being here. VR chats or VR chat avatars could easily be exported for use with facing virtual avatar interview. Yeah, so we were just talking about that. That's another way that we can keep you anonymous if you want to come onto this podcast. Whether you've won the lottery or you win in the future or you've won something else, it doesn't even have to be the lottery, or you have a story that you want considered for this show, you can come on here anonymously. And one of the ways is using an avatar that we will create for you. You can even approve of the look. I just think it would be a fun way to do that. And I'm sure that we will eventually. Rob Holyoke. Everyone thought an emotion is creating your reality. Might as well use your imagination for the good. Energy God. All right. I think you're commenting to Rob Holyoke there. Hi, Timothy. I will be on with you soon. My interview from Virginia. Latoya. I love that, Latoya. I wish you good luck as well. I wish you good luck. Wish you all happiness and support. Laura, thanks for your comments. Imagine winning on Valentine's Day. Good luck, everyone. Ben Dover. Yeah, I mean, imagine that. Imagine winning on Valentine's Day, because it does happen. People do win on Valentine's Day, and I think it's one of the most perfect days to win the lottery, theoretically. We talked about Edwin Castro claiming the $2.04 billion prize in California on Valentine's Day 2 or 3 years ago. But people actually win on this day as well. I'm going to make a beautiful flower garden, a place I can putter away and use to make beautiful arrangements for socials and generally beautifying my life. CA. Well, there's so much beauty happening in that dream. I wish you good luck. Anything is possible. Play responsibly, but I wish you good luck. I love that. Finally, you are doing this on a night of a Euro Millions draw. Thank you. True direction. True direction. I wish you good luck with the Euro Millions. We pulled that up earlier. It looks like it's getting up pretty high tonight. Tim, are you married? Asking for my friend Sunny. She's a huge fan and would love an autograph when I appear on the show. She's a huge fan and would love an autograph. Well, she can definitely she can definitely have an autograph. We're thinking about doing like an in-person type of event at some point. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in that sort of thing? Someplace like an in-person event with all of us because it's such a positive community of people here. I think it'd be fun to get a lot of people together. Have you thought about interviewing Sanguru? He's a yogi mystic. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, John Adams, but that sounds super interesting. I will look into that. Thank you so much. In fact, I'm going to write that down right now. John, it's a I don't even know. Yeah, I will look into that. Thank you so much. Feeling lucky today, Tim, from Las Vegas. Gil. All right. And so, Gil, if you're in Las Vegas, my understanding, the last time I was in Las Vegas, which wasn't too long ago, there was no lottery. There was no lottery. So people in Nevada, a lot of people anyway, go to the border, right over the border in California and buy their tickets there, which is pretty astonishing because oftentimes there's lines like wrapped around this building of people that want to buy lottery tickets coming from Nevada. So with all the gambling in Nevada, there's no lottery in Nevada. And it's really puzzling to me, but perhaps there will be at some point. But I mean, there's plenty of things to get lucky on in Las Vegas other than the lottery. And I wish you good luck, Gil. Thank you for your comment. What do you think about the Jackpocket app? Bend over. Well, Bend over, thanks for your question. There was just a major prize that was just awarded in Arizona just a few weeks ago for 112 million Mega Millions jackpot won via the Jackpocket app. So the fact that that happened and the fact that it's extremely popular, I mean, it seems to me like it's a credible place to purchase tickets for the places that have that ability to do that because it's not offered everywhere. But I mean, it's popular and a lot of people are using it. And this person that I don't believe has claimed it yet, someone won 112 million. The same amount, by the way, that Cynthia Stafford won on the same game, 112 million. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Can you buy all the numbers and combinations for cash for and win consistently? Can you buy all the combinations for cash for? So I think you're asking, can you buy all the combinations for a specific game? And I guess I don't know that specific game well enough to know if that's possible. It could be though. But I mean, I think even when you do that, one gamble that you're taking, so theoretically, let's say you have however many millions to try to put into a I'm not talking about the Powerball, the Mega Millions, or the Euro Millions, but one of the smaller games where there's the odds are not that I listen to the odds, but if I were to put that much money into something, then you have to know this, that even if you can theoretically cover every single combination, you are gambling with somebody else winning, because if somebody else wins it as well, then you're splitting the money, perhaps even more than once. And then you could theoretically be losing a lot of money if you have to do that. So there's that. And a lot of people don't think about that, but it's interesting. There's been movies made about it, and some people have been successful historically with that sort of thing. It's pretty interesting. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, here's another 999. Super amazing. Lori E. Lori, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to you. Happy birthday to my sweet son, Kai Kai. Shout out to the school community. We are all winners. Happy manifesting, everyone. Lori, Yeah, and I think what you're referring to is the school, Mark Houghton's school on Facebook, which is this group that recently I just joined and checked it out, and it's really super interesting. I've interviewed, I think, 3 people now from that group that have won pretty substantial lottery prizes who believe in manifestation and follow their intuition and that sort of thing. And it's pretty interesting. So if that's I think that's probably the school what you're talking about because it is spelled with a K instead of a CH for that. So I think that's what you're talking about. But regardless, I wish you good luck. Thank you for the extremely symbolic and thoughtful 999 super. That's the year that I won the lottery back in the day. And so whenever I see something like this, it just means so much. So thank you. Blessings to you and good luck to you as well. Thanks for your support. Hi, Tim. Happiness is on the being level. Winning a lot of money is about having. The being doesn't depend of the having. Sorry for my English. Hello from Belgium. Alexandre, hello in Belgium. And your English is fine. Your English is great. Thank you so much. So you're saying that happiness is on the being level. So you're saying that I think what is, it is now, the present, that this is happiness, I think is what you're saying, if I'm understanding you correctly. Thank you so much for your thoughtful comment. And I really appreciate that. Have you formed or thought about forming a club of winners to network with each other? I imagine it's hard to find friends when you're high net worth. Ban me, I don't care. Well, I'm not going to ban you for that comment. No way. Thanks for your comment. And it's coincidentally, I was just interviewing somebody this week that won the lottery, and this person suggested, they asked me point blank, they just asked me, would you create this sort of thing? Have you heard of this sort of thing? Do you belong to this sort of thing? And I am connected to quite a few lottery winners that I've interviewed. So I would love to create some sort of organization or something that brings different people together that have won the lottery. I think that's a really positive and potentially really good idea because for me at least, it was very isolating at the time because I didn't know anybody else that had experienced that. I got the same numbers twice by mistake. Maybe it's a sign, JJ. Well, it's funny, JJ, because sometimes people win that way with numbers that were mistakes. Sometimes that's how it happens. So, how do you feel about Super Saiyan 4 begin in Dragon Ball Daima? I don't know what that is, Jarvis, but I want to say I feel good about it, but I don't really know what that is, so I can't really comment. But thanks for your question. When I used to live in Vegas, we used to drive to the California border. They have a lottery store. Christy, yeah, Christy, we were talking about that a little bit ago. There is a lottery store on the border of Nevada and California, right over the border in California, because there's no lottery in Nevada. When I win, I'm going to sort Mark out. He is awake to the agendas. Rob Holyoke. All right. Thanks for your comment. Did you get deja vu? Did you get deja vu before you won? The Zen Alchemist. Thank you. Did I get deja vu? I mean, yeah. I guess I expected to win. So then when I did, it was extremely surreal. It was extremely surreal. And I've talked a lot about that on this channel, but it was really like, I felt like I was in a movie, is the way it felt. Hi, Tim. I had a dream about 6 numbers. April last year, I played those numbers and I got 5 of the 6. One had 11 and 10. Came out so close, but so grateful. Dan, 888. That is close. That is so close. Thank you for your comment. Yes, it is possible to buy every combination. That's what happened in Texas in 2023. A wealthy investment group bought one of the every possible combination of the Lotto Texas 25.8 million, one winner, the SF 1986. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, so I don't know that they bought every single combination, but they bought most of them. And that was a really interesting case. And they did it legally. They did it legally as well. And they were from Europe, is my understanding. And one other thing I want to say is that even if the odds were in their favor, still, if someone else had won at the same evening, the same night, then they could have potentially lost money. So that's another part of the story that people don't realize, but that's not how it happened. They did win and they bought almost every combination. So it's the stuff of movies, and it does happen. It has happened historically. Hey, Tim, when I win my 100 million, I'll set up a trust with my team, invest the rest, buy a house, go on holiday, and then get into hobbies. Gary Stenton, I love that plan. Thank you for your comment. What do you think about bringing a statistician on the show? Cart Freak, thanks for the suggestion. I love that. I actually am in contact with a mathematician who, I don't know if he'd consider himself a statistician, but he definitely knows numbers way better than most people. And we're probably going to be hosting him on this show. So watch for that coming soon. Does the novelty wear off? Chocolate. So, yeah, the novelty of winning the lottery, does it wear off? I mean, I can only speak for me, and I've interviewed some of the other people I've met have felt similarly in that there's this huge rush of adrenaline, this really euphoric high, this feeling of elation that is out of this world. And then you come down back to what I call a new normal, what I like to call a new normal. So it does come down, but I wouldn't say it wears off, but it does come down. And then you go about, I mean, most people go about their life. So hi, Tim. Happy Friday. Wish me luck for tonight's Euro Millions. Thomas, I definitely wish you good luck for tonight's Euro Millions. Happy Friday to you. Sounds like you did Helen Hatzel's technique, Tim. The method she called SPEC. Select it, project it, expect it, collect it. Thank you. Yeah, Helen Hatzel is super interesting. And we did a Monday of this week was the anniversary, the lotto-versary of when I won the lottery. And when we did that live, there was actually someone that studied Helen Hatzel and met her and went to her house. And she is now the contest queen. Carolyn Willman was here live in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw that. In fact, I think I have her book here. Let me see. She sent it. She sent it to me. This is, yeah, there it is. So the Name It, can you guys see that over here? The Name It and Claim It game, where when maneuvers for witchcraft, Helen Hatzel, updated by Carolyn Willman. There it is right there. So thanks for your comment. Statistics is lack, says D27A. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I've never, statistics is lack. Well, it's interesting though, because a lot of people do listen to them and they think, but you know, if you just play responsibly, never spend more than you can afford to lose, then that's the most important part. I never necessarily believed, I never listened to the odds, and I still don't. If I am to buy a lottery ticket, which I don't play like that often, but if I am going to buy one, I buy it because I know that I have a chance. It's like holding a piece of lightning in your hand. Anything is possible, including winning the lottery. And don't let anybody tell you that it's not, because it is. But you have to play responsibly and be completely comfortable 110% with losing whatever you spend, and just have fun with it. That's my advice, because it is possible. And dream big. I literally had a dream receiving my big jackpot check and levitating with joy. It felt surreal. The Zen Alchemist. Thank you for sharing that. That sounds like quite the dream. That's so cool. Come up as an idea already. Synchronicities. I'm looking forward to joining your Winners Network if it comes into being. Well, thank you. Yeah, because I think it's a good idea. I think it would be really fun to have a group of lottery winners, that like an organization, because it can be rather isolating for some people. At least it was for me. initially. Now I've met and interviewed all kinds of lottery winners on this podcast and this channel. But prior to this, maybe I'd spoken to a couple on the phone, but that's only because I initiated it and I contacted them. There wasn't a network for me. And there isn't for most lottery winners. There is in some places, like if you win the Euro Millions, for example, my understanding is that they do have events with lottery winners. So that does happen in some places. But I think creating something global that's even a group of global lottery winners would be really exciting, just to be able to meet other people like that. So thank you so much for the suggestion. Okay, so we don't have tons more time. I'm going to try to get to a few more here. $1 million lottery jackpots can buy you freedom from your day or night job. You can then start enjoying life to the fullest and do or buy anything your heart desires. Well, thanks for your comment. Yeah, thank you so much. And it is sort of like holding a magic wand to an extent, to the extent of which you've won, whether it's 100,000, a million, 100 million, or a billion. Like, it is sort of like having a magic wand, but you just still have to live responsibly, be responsible with it if you want it, it's smart. Lovely Saturday morning here in Australia, hoping for good things for all of us. Squalagal. Well, happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. This is Valentine's Day for many of us watching this, but it sounds like you already had Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for joining from Australia. It's nice to see you today. And oh my gosh, look at this. This is insane. A $100 super from New Zealand from Sherry. That is extremely generous. Extremely generous. And she says, can money buy love? No, but it can buy presence and presence. That is deep. I love that. And that is so extremely generous of you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sherry. She is such a huge supporter of this channel and this podcast. And I'm extremely grateful. So blessings to you, Sherry. Thank you so much. Here's sending positive energy to you. Thank you so much for your support and generosity. That is super kind of you. And money can buy presence and presence. So it does buy time. It can buy time. So I guess I agree with you. I agree with everything you say there. So I don't believe it can buy love. I just don't. But it certainly can buy time, which if used correctly can, enhance your life really, really in positive ways. You don't need the lottery to do that, but you can win the lottery. It is possible. So Sherry, thank you so much for the very generous super. That is so kind of you. Is it still possible to win even if I am not particularly euphoric person or very expressive? I wonder how I would react if I won. Can someone who's indifferent also attract a huge gain? Alexandre, thank you. Alexandre, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but thank you for your comment. So I think what you're saying is, if I'm not emotionally invested, if you don't feel that something is going to happen and you're sort of indifferent to it, can you attract a huge gain or attract money or attract something substantial into your life, I think is what you're asking. And for people that are into manifestation or believe in manifestation and that sort of thing, I mean, I do think that our energy and how we feel about it matters, but I don't think that, if you're indifferent and you play and you believe you have a chance, you still have a chance. You do. It could still happen. And so I guess I have more questions for you. So if we had a conversation, I want to create something in this live where we actually have people come in on the phone or in video chats so we can actually have a conversation, because I think to properly answer that question, it would be better. I have more questions for you about about where you're coming from. But in general, if you're talking about the lottery, if you play, you have a chance. So that's the truth. Gustavo Perez. Do you think it's a good idea for Mega Millions to charge $5 per ticket? I think it's a big gamble. Hope Powerball don't follow through. Gustavo, thank you for your question. That's a big debate. So coming up in April, the ticket prices for Mega Millions are going to increase to $5 per ticket. The Megaplier is already going to be added into the price of the ticket. So the price is going way up. And the odds are getting a little bit better actually for people, and they expect the jackpots to be higher. So, do I think it's a good idea? Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I do know that I would be very surprised if they just did that on a whim. I can almost guarantee that they did a lot of research on the back end of why they believe it's going to be successful, or they probably wouldn't be doing it. So I guess we'll just have to see. But thanks for your comment. Rob Holyoke with a 5-pound super. Rob Holyoke, thank you so much. He's a huge supporter of this channel. Thank you very much, Rob. I really, really appreciate that. Blessings to you. Happy Friday. After you won, did you start waking up early or sleep better due being financial free? Rob Holyoke. After I won, thank you for the question. So after I won, I mean, those days I slept in pretty late. So, but I also slept in late prior to winning. So I guess my sleeping schedule remained about the same because I was a night person before that. I was a night person after that. So that's how it was for me. But I guess I felt this sense of relief initially, at least, not having to go into work this job at these hours. But I honestly liked the job because I liked the social interaction with the other people. And so after I won, I didn't have that social life. My social life really shrank. I was very popular before I won. And then after I won, it sort of shrank. But that's because of me, and that's because of my perception. And that's what we were talking about earlier today in this live, is the power of our perception. Are we the creators of our life? Are we the victim of an external circumstance? This happened to me. And of course, winning the lottery is a problem. If it's not a problem I mean, a lot of people would not view it as a problem, but if you do, like, I won the lottery, I won this massive amount of money. I have trouble trusting people for dating because this is Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use this example because this is what happened to me. I have trouble trusting people. So do I wish that hadn't happened to me? This external thing of winning this lottery? No. Like, I realized that came from within me. It wasn't the lottery that did that to me. It's not this other person, this other thing, this other circumstance. It's me that's making me feel that way. So once I realized that, I realized that I'm the creator of my life, that I can just be, give people a chance and be smart about it, but give people a chance. And that's how I feel about it. So that's a long-winded answer to that question, but thank you so much. When you say Aussie, it's pronounced Ozzy, like Ozzy Osbourne. Rock on, dude. Gary Stinton. All right, Gary. Well, thank you very much for letting me know that. So Ozzy. All right. So I've been mispronouncing Aussie, and it's Aussie. I like that even better. And I cannot wait until I go to Australia. And Gary, I hope that we get to meet one day. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the clarification. And I love meeting Aussies. Hi, Tim. This is Capo Scratcher. Would you like to share my 2 cents on how I win descent wins on scratchers? I say out loud what you want. Example, I'm going to buy a scratcher and win 500 today. Well, Capo Scratcher, thanks for your comment. And there are people that really, I've interviewed a few people, including Mark Houghton, who swear by that. They swear by what you say mattering. So you say, I am this, that sort of thing in the present tense. And then they found great success, and they believe that really affects our reality. So, yeah, thank you so much, Kappa Scratcher. I totally respect that, and I wish you good luck. Claudia Johanna with a 999. Super amazing. Claudia, thank you very much. So symbolic, so meaningful. Happy Friday. I dreamed of six numbers and woke up still knowing the numbers. Now I play them because the last number was 26. I can play Powerball. Mega only goes to 25. Wow. So the last number was 26 in your dream, and that's on Powerball, not on Mega Millions. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love hearing stories like this. And if I were to dream lottery numbers, you can bet I would definitely be playing those numbers. So I wish you so much luck. Play responsibly, of course, but I do wish you good luck, Claudia. And thank you so much for the extremely symbolic and generous super 999. I love it so much. Thank you very much, Claudia. Question: before you went to bed the night of dreaming the lottery in 1999, were you what were you doing during the day? Any synchronization? Southpaw. I had quite a few synchronicities that I've talked about a lot on this channel, so I don't want to be too redundant. But yeah, I felt very lucky. I told people I was going to win. I felt as if I was going to win. I won some different card games that particular day, and I just really felt like I was going to win that day. So, and I've talked a lot more in depth about that in other videos, but the answer is yes. Yes, Timothy, you are the creator of your feelings. I agree totally. I wish I could have a money magnet to attract the jackpot for tonight's Euro Millions. Thank you for your wise words, Alexandre. Well, thank you very much. I wish you good luck. You are a money magnet. You got to think of it like that. You are a money magnet. Anything is possible. And I wish you good luck. Thank you with the Euro Millions. And remember this podcast if you win. Remember this podcast. Money can buy my love, says X. All right. We've heard all kinds of opinions in today's live chat of whether money can buy love. Most people overwhelmingly say no, it cannot. But then we have people like X that say money can buy love. So, what do you guys think? I appreciate each and every comment from all of you and all of the extremely generous supers. I really do. And including all the 999 ones, the ones that have nines in them are so symbolic, the extremely generous one from Sherry for 100. Oh my gosh. But thank you guys so much. I do need to get going. Do you drink chamomile tea? Rob Holyoke. Well, I feel like I do need to drink some after talking on here for an hour, but I have had that tea before, yes. And there's a little thing in psychology called the surprise hypothesis, in which states that in order to learn, there must be an element of surprise. It might explain why we don't learn, we actually manifest. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting, Googly Bear. And I like talking to you just because you're called Googly Bear, because I don't think I've ever talked to anyone called Googly Bear, but I can do that here with a straight face. So, Googly Bear, I have not heard that. That's very interesting. And yeah, so in order to learn, there must be an element of surprise. One thing I want to say about that is that a lot of people, most people, myself included, and probably most of you, I feel like we oftentimes we wake up and our reality is based off a lot of our past experiences. Most people that go into grocery stores, for example, will walk around from the right to the left. And it's the same thing. Like you wake up, you maybe check your phone, you check your social media, you think, oh, I need to make coffee, or maybe you don't. But whatever your routines are that you have these set of routines. So your day, your reality is based up of past experiences rather than most of it. That's what they say. That's what the neuroscientists say, that a lot of our reality is based off of past experiences. So when you throw something else in, something new, then I think that's the way to grow and to evolve, really, because your reality doesn't have to be based off of past experiences. What if you did something different? How would that feel? Try that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Sherry with a $50. Oh my gosh, the $50 super. She already gave 100 and this is a $50 super. That is extremely generous. Sherry, thank you. Thank you very much. That is so kind of you. I would like money to give more. Recently saw a woman buy someone lunch because they asked her for money. I got to watch that interaction when it's something I usually do. Seeing people give is a gift too. So you're saying that you saw a woman buy someone lunch and they asked her for money. I got to watch, you watched it happening. And because you watched it happening, that was a gift for you. I think if I'm understanding that correctly. And I love everything about that. And I've seen these videos and you see things in person too, but there's some videos that go viral of people that will just pay for someone's coffee or they'll pay for this or that, just a random stranger. And it is heartfelt and it's positive. And when you can show that positivity, that care for other people, like it, or even witnessing it, I mean, it makes you feel good. That's why those videos go viral. It makes you feel good. So I really identify and resonate with that. Sherry, thank you so much for the extremely generous super and for your support from New Zealand. She's one of the biggest supporters of this channel, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. So blessings to you. So I do need to get going, guys, and I really watch for this interview coming next week with this Fantasy 5 winner who dreamt about winning the lottery before it happened in real life. He's very much into manifestation. It's a very interesting and intriguing and inspiring interview, but you guys got to check it out and let me know what you think. I have paid for, so you're saying that you have also paid strangers for food, Christy Annard. Thank you for your comment, Christy, and thanks for being a member of this channel. I love that. I love that. All right, so we do got to get going, guys. Thank you guys so much. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you good luck. If you are playing the lottery, if you've already won something, or maybe even you haven't yet, but you want to be considered for this show, for this podcast, email my team. The email address is on the about page of this YouTube channel. If you come on publicly, that's awesome. If you want to be anonymous, we can do that very, very easily. But remember, anything and everything is possible. Play responsibly if you do play the lottery, but dream big, and I wish you good luck. We'll see you soon.